Thrill Crossing Radio.
Greetings.
It's like I'm stuck in time. It's like a curse.
Greetings, ladies and
Can't
gentlemen.
escape it. It's like deja vu. It's me. It's deja vu when I'm running up the rest. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class.
Right.
It's like every week I fly to take a train. I'm on top of my game, head of class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last.
Good morning.
Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
Hey,
Anything is like that's what we need off.
yes.
They don't care.
Saturday special.
Say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new win. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's last night.
What?
I get a fantastic.
Yes.
It was radical.
Very
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Good morning.
It's like deja vu.
Sorry I have to do this.
It's like deja vu.
It really is.
It's like deja vu. Yeah. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty. Act like you been here before we start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or a goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie.
Hey, Hollywood, where you be at?
I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like a red ass. That's the conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. This money keep on falling like these dominoes. Especially when you begin, I got a lot to blow. I'm feeling like I've been here before. Deja vu is hitting me to the core. Memories flashing back once more. I'm feeling like I'm living in the metaphor. Yeah, it's deja vu. It's deja vu, I feel like I'm stuck in time.
Yeah.
It's deja vu, I feel like I'm losing my mind. It's deja vu, I can't escape this rhyme. It's deja vu, it's a never-ending climb. It's deja vu when I'm running up the racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
Hey, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. I wasn't expected to go live today, ladies and gentlemen. I really wasn't. But this is a special broadcast, all right, because of what just happened in a previous live, right? It was a great conversation, but Snuggles, he didn't want to let Zeus cook. He didn't want to let this truth come out, all right? So I'm not even going to go through any headlines. I just got to get this truth out here, all right? So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure we get some things out of the way. You know who I am, Triple H, all right? They call me Triple H. Some call me Zeus. But why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's because I'm the most honest person on TikTok, all right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth, so help me God. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most humble person out here on social media. There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I will and always will remain to be the most handsome. So, this is rated Z programming, all right? There's rated G, there's rated PG-13, there's rated R, there's rated X, and in some cases, triple X. This is rated Z, all right? Because this is a little bit what they call off the rails, all right? They call it off the rails because there's a lot of truth coming out in this one live. And if you're a Trump supporter and you don't like truth, this could be very overwhelming for you. It'll be very uncomfortable, all right? So if you are a Trump supporter, listen up. Now is your chance to leave this live because it's about to get real nasty for you. It's going to get real nasty. I'm not going through headlines like I do Monday through Friday. This is going to get real nasty. So listen up, Trump supporters. If you're not happy with what's going on in the United States, you're not happy with this live, do me a huge favor and leave. Just swipe up, swipe out, close the app. As a matter of fact, delete it, all right? But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
You do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Good morning, attacking.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, Trump supporters? If you're not happy with this country, leave. Seriously. Don't sit back and complain about President Biden or his son or the Democrats. Just pack your bags and leave. And a lot of people think that I'm harsh with MAGA. I'm not harsh with MAGA. No, they say that I was bashing MAGA. I'm not bashing MAGA. No. If you call me getting out here and sharing information or the truth bashing, then I guess I am guilty as charged, right? If you call me telling the truth about you Trump supporters as bashing, then yes, I will concede. Yes, I would be doing what you call bashing. But over where I'm from, this is not called bashing. It's perfectly legal. I have a First Amendment right to address anything that's out here in the public domain, as do you. My only ask is that you are at least trying to hold yourself to a level of accountability that's higher than your leader, Donald J. Trump. All right? And I wasn't always this way with MAGA, all right? I wasn't always this way with MAGA, but as my good friend Angela says, the gloves are off, right? The gloves are off, Angela?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
All right, so you know how this goes. Every MAGA accusation is truthfully a MAGA confession. So anytime I have a Trump supporter in the comments and they call me names and they try to, say things that are harmful and hurtful, I know they're just projecting. Isn't that right, Janae? Isn't that right, Janae? All right. So I was asked in a previous live with Snuggles, why do we still talk about January 6th, right? Trump supporters, they hate it. They hate when you bring up January 6th. They say, it happened in 2021. We're past that. Can't we just move on? Absolutely not. And I'm going to tell you why we can't. And this is going to sting, but this is why I do what I do. Because day in and day out, your leader, Donald J. Trump, continues to traumatize the American people with his presence on social media. That's why we keep talking about January 6th. And I will not be silent when it comes to the abuse that MAGA has continued to conduct on this country and on the American people. We know you're out here sending threats to people. We know you're out here threatening public officials, and you're doing this all because you can't stand the fact that your leader is going to jail. And it's like I say, if he don't get his soul right, he's going to hell, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about our good friend right here, Derek Evans, all right? And for those of you who like to say that I am making things up, you know what the rule is. If there's no docket number, then you can't say they're guilty, right? There's the case number, DOJ's website. All right. And I want to introduce you to our good friend, Derek, who I would refer to as a treasonous, seditionist traitor. He really is a traitor. OK, because what he did on January 6th to me is unforgivable. But you know what's even more unforgivable is where this story ends. So let's start here. He was charged, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what our good friend Derek Evans was charged with. Oh, read it there. Make sure Janae is reading this. Janae, make sure you send this to your friends. Snuggles, send this to Snuggles too. All right. He was arrested on January 8th, 2021 and had a court appearance on March 3rd, 2021. Would you rather me lie? Don't boo me. And look at what his charges were. 1 count of knowingly entering or remaining in a restricted building or grounds without lawful authority, and 1 count of violent entry and disorderly conduct on the Capitol grounds. Oh, and it gets nastier, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Look at the case status, all right? And look at these charges, ladies and gentlemen. He was charged via criminal information on 5/3/21, arraigned on 5/6/21, where he pled not guilty to all counts. He pled not guilty, right? Then on 3/18/22, look at the dates, Trump supporters. He pled guilty, right? He pled. So he entered a not guilty plea, but then he later on copped the plea and said, you know what? I'm guilty. So number one, that means he took accountability for what he did on January 6th. But look how long it took him. It happened in 2022, which was last year, right? And he was sentenced on June 22nd, 22 to 3 months in jail and 3 years of supervised released, $2,000 fine and a $2,000 restitution, right? So this is 2022, right? This is 2022. Am I right? You see the dates. You see the dates, Trump supporters. This was in 2022, and they asked Zeus, "Why are you still talking about January 6th?" And I made it clear. Donald Trump serves as a constant reminder for many people. January 6th is still something that a lot of people are living through and still dealing with. All right, it's not over. The trauma is not over because the abuser has decided to move on. No. You got to allow people who've been abused to go through their healing. All right. So let's go to today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what our good friend Derek Evans is up to. All right. Now, if you look at his Twitter page, right? This is his Twitter page. All right. He paints himself as a January 6th patriot. All right. He says former member of the White House and conservative Christian. And he gives his Truth Social Republican status, and he's very, very proud of it, right? What a shame. And just recently, look at what he posted on Twitter. Now, this is the same guy that pled guilty in 2022. Just a couple of days ago, this is what he posted on Twitter. January 6th was the most patriotic day of my life. Trump won. The Biden regime is illegitimate. You can throw me in prison, but you can't change the truth. What a shame. Shame, ladies and gentlemen. What a shame, right? So when they get in the box and they ask me, Zeus, why are you so upset? Now, if you go to his Twitter page, all right, I would put the picture up, but it's a family picture and there's young children involved, so I'm not gonna put the picture up. But go to his website, Evans4WV, as in West Virginia.com. And you go to his website and it says, join the movement, right? So you know he's taking a page out of Donald Trump's playbook, right? This is a grifting opportunity, all right? You want to meet Derek? Let me tell you all about Derek according to how he tells it. Derek Evans is a lifelong West Virginian. He was born in Huntington, West Virginia, and raised in Wayne County. Derek received a Bachelor's of Art from West Liberty University, where he earned an NCAA First Team All-American honors as captain of the football team, right? This is Derek. After graduating, Derek he returned to Wayne County, where he began teaching football coaching career, right? He had a football coaching career. But before politics, Derek was a conservative, pro-life activist whose passion for ending abortions led to numerous unborn lives being saved. Derek also helped secure legal support for the adoption of each child whose mother chose adoption, right? The typical Republican story. I love the kids. I'm doing everything I can to help kids. But meanwhile, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this same Derek, remember, this is the same Derek, the one that was on the Capitol on January 6th, breaking the law. Yeah, the one that was sentenced on behalf of Donald Trump, right? This is the same Derek. Now he's somehow painting himself to be some sort of hero for the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek was first elected to the West Virginia House of Delegates in 2020 as he became the first Republican to win his district over 98 years. At a time, it was a multi-member House district. So, ladies and gentlemen, Derek married his college sweetheart, I'm not going to mention her name, okay, who is a first-generation American. Together, they have some kids. See, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing is I'm illustrating to you how the folks on the right love to hide behind this rosy picture of what they think they are versus what we see them as, right? Which is seditionist, treasonous, conspiracy theorist people, all right? Now, the last part of this story, ladies and gentlemen, is not only did Derek post this, not only did he post this on his Twitter page, right? This is what he posted, right? He considers himself he considers January 6th the most patriotic day, right, of his life. But his followers on Twitter, they leave things like this. They say, it was also mine too. I'll never forget that day. What a shame. Concerned, January 6th is still relevant because you got folks on the right who are out here on social media bragging about it and saying it was the most patriotic day of their life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I open up the box, I just want to remind Trump supporters about Donald J. Trump. He was not sent by God. He is not a prophet. He is not the chosen one. And he's not even a Christian. Trump is just a lying reality TV con man who stole millions of dollars, and I would say tried to steal millions of votes, all right, from the American people and American taxpayers. He's a serial rapist, a seditionist traitor, a racist, a misogynist, an oath breaker, and an un-American draft dodging you-know-what with no honor. Just a garden variety criminal. What a shame. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up the box. And I would love to have some Trump supporter out there to defend this picture right here. I want a Trump supporter out here to come in the box and explain to me how this picture means that you're a patriotic, right? Snuggles said, Zeus, America first. I said, Snuggles, you believe in America first, right? You believe in America first, all right. Well, let me ask you this, Snuggles. If you believe in America first, let me ask you this. How do you defend this? All right. Explain how this is America first, Trump supporters. And by the way, let me open up my box, okay? Because I know there's a lot of people who need to be, who have to say something to say about this. All right. Let me open up the box. Okay. All right. How do you defend this? Yes, I'm with you, Temptress. Yeah, MAGA. That's a good question. MAGA. Who raised these animals, right? I don't know how you could raise someone to support Donald Trump. I really don't. But if there's someone that can explain how to raise these animals, I would love to hear it. All right. All right. How is January 6th putting America first, Trump supporters? And no, we will not be silent about January 6th because you have had enough of hearing about it. No, it's not over until we say it's over. And as far as we say, especially with your leader trying to run for president again, absolutely not. You don't like what I'm saying? You can leave, right? All right, all right. If you don't like what I'm saying, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
Look at him.
if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Look at all
If
of
you're
them.
not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right. No one's forcing you Trump supporters to be here. No one is. I've asked many times, anyone out here forcing MAGA to stay? And overwhelming numbers say no one's forcing you to stay. You can go to Russia, you can go to China, you can go to North Korea. I don't want to, you know what Trump supporters are doing right now? And when they do this, take my advice, just stop them. When they start trying to complain about what's happening in Hawaii, you just stop these Trump supporters and say, get to the back of the line. Because you're not victims. You are the harassers and the abusers. What you did to our country is unforgivable. Don't sit here and try to be a victim, Trump supporters, about what's going on in Hawaii when you are the same people who tried to overthrow our government. All right? Cut it out. Seriously. And just a friendly reminder to Donald Trump and his supporters. Fonnie Willis has a nice little message for you.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2020.
Ready or not, here I come.
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act.
All right, ladies. Our first panelist, Nutty Professor. Greetings, Nutty. How are you doing this morning?
So I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, I'm disgusted, and any other negative adjective that you can think of, I am that.
Why?
So how are you? So
I'm doing all right.
I'm tired of.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I hear you.
Hey, you know what? Can I drop down and come back up and so I can get a better signal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Nutty a little bit of time to get it together. But ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be doing this special broadcast today if it wasn't for the question that was presented to me in the previous. It was a MAGA live. Listen, MAGA is having a meltdown right now because their leader is going to jail, and if he doesn't get his soul right, he's going to hell, and they know they're going with him. So they're having a meltdown on social media, and they're trying to portray themselves as victims. But listen, take my word for it. The Trump supporters are not the victims, all right? They are the ones. Look at his supporters. Look at them. You can't tell me all of those people are the FBI. Nice try. You can't tell me all those people are Antifa. Nice try. You can't tell me that those people are all BLM. You know who those people are. They're Donald Trump supporters. And it behooves me that they continue to do things like this and then get on national television or on social media and say, it wasn't me, it was someone else. Cut it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We got Nutty back. Oh, they don't like this truth on a Saturday. They don't like this truth. Greetings, Nutty. How are you?
No, they don't like the truth because it's not in them. It's not in them. So I just quickly joined because, listen, folks, we can disagree with one another. We can have legitimate disagreement on how this government is supposed to work. We can absolutely have that discussion. But to have your own opinions that are based off your own thinking without fact is absolutely abhorrent.
Yeah, it really is.
And you know, Zeus, you know what I'm talking about. I'm frustrated because people are being willfully obtuse, and they see the truth, and when you bring the truth and put it in front of their face,
Right.
they overtalk you. They ask you 35 questions to your one question that they will never answer,
They won't.
and then they give you 35 whataboutisms in a half a second.
Mm.
Now, if they would use those superpowers for good, we'd be a better country.
Amen. Amen.
And then you have that cunt. Hey, I didn't call her that. That's her screen name, conservative cunt.
I don't know who that is, Nutty. But
That's MOD. That's her screen name. That's her screen name.
Oh, okay.
Then she comes in, and then she just wants to scream.
That's her screen name?
Yes, that's her screen name.
Well,
that's her screen name.
You don't gotta say it's nasty.
Well, she's nasty. So the screen name is apropos. She's nasty. So anyway, she wants to come in and she wants to scream. So the question was asked, and they always want to complain and put Maui and put it in the same sentence with Ukraine.
Why?
And then when you bring up the fact that the Congress holds the power of the purse, and who's in control of Congress, Zeus? Can you answer that question for me?
The House, right?
No. Thank you. But yet they want to say Joe Biden is giving all this money to Ukraine when Joe Biden does not control the purse strings.
No,
it's Congress people. So people, please go back to your 8th grade social studies and learn some stuff, because this is absolutely ridiculous.
It is. It really is.
You're getting me to a point to where I want to be mean, and I'm not a mean person, but your mother should have swallowed you.
Nutty! That's dark Nutty right there.
I'm sorry. This country would be better off if they were swallowed.
Nutty, that's a little too dark. Don't you think it's Saturday?
Yeah, it's not dark enough. It's not dark enough, because at some point, Zeus, I'm looking at the people, the historical figures in our nation's history that have died, so we can have this dream, this quote unquote American dream that was never afforded to people who look like you and me. But now we're in an era where that dream can be realized.
Right.
It hasn't been realized yet, but we are a lot further along than we were even in 1920, 1930s, 1940s. Hell, we ain't even got to go back that far. 1960s.
Amen.
We can even come even sooner than that. The early 2000s.
Yeah. We were on our way, and then they decided, because Obama became president, that they decided to let Satan in and run rampant in their souls. That's what happened. They can't stand the fact that.
So here's the deal. They're protecting a man who is 4 times indicted, twice impeached, has over 90 felony charges. I want to make that clear. He doesn't have 90 indictments.
Hey, Nutty, and let's make it clear. 90 that we caught.
90 that's been caught. Absolutely.
That we caught. Because he didn't wake up one day and decide to be a criminal. We just caught him on these ones. Imagine what we haven't caught him on.
And this shouldn't even have to be said, Zeus, but I'm going to say it just for the people with a half IQ point. We know that Donald Trump is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. He does have his day in court, and we want to see him have his day in court. That's all we're saying. So we have to live by whatever the court states, whether we agree with it or not.
Mm-hmm.
If we believe in the justice system that's set up in this country, we can't pick and choose when we're going to say, oh, they got it right, oh, they got it wrong. We can have an opinion, but we have to accept the fact that when the jury or a judge makes the decision, that is the decision.
That's how it works in this country. If you don't like it, you can go to Russia.
Unfortunately for them, I don't see any way he can escape over 90 felony charges. I just don't see how he can escape all of them. He may win some of them. He may escape some. That's quite possible because it's up to the prosecution to prove their case in a court of law. But I guarantee you, no prosecutor, especially with the status of a Jack Smith, Fonnie Willis, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, none of these prosecutors are going to put their career on the line just to go after one idiosyncrasy orange orangutan that can't even change his own diaper. They're not going to do that.
There's a lot of truth, Nutty. Go ahead.
They are basing their decision based on the evidence that they've received that they think that they can prove in a court of law.
These fake TikTok lawyers? Yeah.
No,
these fake TikTok lawyers? Yep, absolutely.
I asked all of your friends. They're your friends because they're not mine. I asked all of your friends, where's the docket number for Biden? Where's the docket number for the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're saying that was stolen in Ukraine? Where are the docket numbers? Where is the docket number for Joe Biden's getting kickbacks? Where is the docket number? Where is the docket number for everything that you claim Hunter Biden has done? Where is the docket number? Where is it? Let me see it. Because if you show it to me, guess what? I'm going to say, hold their butts accountable.
Where is the docket number, Snuggles?
And you guys can't have it both ways because you started this docket number stuff. You started this, where's the docket numbers? Now that we said, okay, you have a point. You have a point. Where are the docket numbers? Now that we have tons of docket numbers to prove our case, where are yours?
Where are yours?
You keep claiming the Biden crime family. Okay, if the Biden is truly a crime family, show me the documents.
Exactly.
And let's prosecute every single one of the Bidens that's part of the crime.
Exactly.
Including Joe, if he's part of it.
Look, I agree. Now, Nutty, I got to bring up some of your friends because it's a light show today, and we could carry on. We really could. All right. Is there any last thing you would like to say to these folks out here before we move on to the next guest? All right. I got to keep it brief.
Yes. I understand, and I'm just frustrated.
No, get it out because you were there with me when you saw what they were trying to do.
And one other thing, and I promise you, I'm going to get out of here. I'm glad that you were there because I can't stand a liar that will use someone else's name. And I'm glad that the name that they used was right there in the box. Never did I say I was flying to Hawaii.
Oh.
Did I not say I am on standby?
Right.
Don't sit there and lie in my face and tell me I said something when I never said it. And then say, oh, no, you said it in Zeus's live. Oh, really? Well, look at God, because there's Zeus right there in the box.
Amen.
And you record all of your lives.
It's on the YouTube. You can go watch it. You know, I started recording them and posting them because they always used to say, I screen recorded you, Zeus. I ain't got time to play with you. Go watch the whole live.
So
yeah,
y'all have a good Saturday. But here's the thing: start calling these people out. And don't do it with kid gloves anymore. That's the problem that we're into now. We've done it with kid gloves because we're like, can't we all get along? No Rodneys here. No, we can't all get along because y'all are devil. I don't get along with the devil. I don't walk with the devil. I don't eat with the devil. I don't sleep with the devil because the devil is the devil. So with that, have a beautiful, prosperous Saturday afternoon.
All right, you too, Dark Nutty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dark Nutty a round of applause. No lies detected. Are there any Trump supporters out here that want to defend this conduct right now? Any Trump supporters out there that want to defend this conduct and explain to me and the rest of these people how this is being patriotic? Please send a request. I'm all ears today. Okay, don't plead guilty to the DOJ and then get out here and say, I was being patriotic. No, you were being a criminal. You were being a hypocrite. You were being a vassal of transgression on behalf of Donald J. Trump, the most corrupt criminal president we've ever had in our history of this country. All right, good morning, Sister Takesha.
I'm convinced that Nutty is on 24 blood pressure pills a day. I know he taking one every hour because he just be busting blood vessels every time he talk. I'm gonna need Nutty to calm down.
Yeah,
It ain't that deep, Nutty. Calm down, my goodness. Anyway, Zeus, I wanted you to do the live because I wanted to take MOD and snatch her hair off at the top.
Keep it clean.
I'm gonna keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Why
And
you want to
get a scalpel?
What?
Open her scalp.
What?
And look for her brain.
Wait a second. You're talking metaphorically, right?
Yes.
Okay, because see, that went somewhere. I don't know if I can go.
I just want to look for her brain.
Well, listen.
I'm convinced.
She was very kind to Zeus in the live.
Zeus. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't, Zeus. No, Zeus, stop it. Zeus, they talked over you.
Oh, they
like
did.
A spread over the mattress. They asked you a question that they would not let you answer. Every time you tried to talk, they sounded like they were working in a call center for AT&T.
Hey!
Wow. They said you were doing it for money.
Oh, they did?
They offered you money.
Oh, they did?
They said you were up there trying to get your money up. And then the lady, when you said that Trump had said that about the about Bonnie Willis, the lady came on and said, it's true. No, they did not, lady. I said to myself, I don't see how Zeus survives these lies with these nutcases.
Oh.
All of them are nuts. You asked a question they didn't want to answer. They asked you a question they wouldn't let you answer. It was ridiculous, Zeus.
Wow, what a shame.
And I'm about sick. I'm still waiting on the answer from January the 6th from MOD that she never answered. I don't see how you can swear you can come up and debate or get on a live when every question you asked her about Trump, she said, well, I don't follow him. I don't know if he said it or not. Well, how are you debating anything, ma'am?
She learned that from Jeff Sessions.
She's
I know.
Fake. She's faker than the hair that sits on.
That was Jeff Sessions' favorite thing when he was being
questioned. She's faker than the hair that sits on top of her head, and she needs to cut it out. She needs to go to a seminar where she can learn before she can speak, because it's really, really ridiculous. And I'm sick of it.
It's alarming that they won't answer any questions about Donald Trump. They don't know anything about Trump and his bashing of Bonnie Willis, but they know Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are guilty.
Right. When it comes to you asking questions about Trump, well, I don't follow him like that, so I don't know. Yes, you do.
Oh.
Yes, you do follow him. Yes, you do. You got his pictures on your wall. You got sheets with his face on it on your bed. Yes, you do follow him.
Yes,
what a shame. They got to stop the line.
Yeah. Why do you think they lie? Why don't you think they just accept the fact that they did attack the Capitol? Why don't they accept
because they don't want to look like the losers they are.
Oh.
They're just like their leader.
Oh.
They're narcissists.
Oh.
They can't accept defeat. They can't accept rejection. They can't accept being wrong. That's the problem, Zeus.
You hear this?
They know they have backed someone who... I'm not going to even talk about him.
Well, they know they're Christian. They call themselves Christians.
No, they're not. No, they're not, Zeus. No,
they say to me,
Zeus.
They stated, Takesha, they tell me they're Christians.
Zeus.
They were raised in the book, in the Lord.
Zeus.
Yes.
Zeus.
I'm listening.
A Christian is Christ-like.
Right.
If you could tell me anything about those people that are like Christ, I'll bow down and kiss your feet.
Oh.
And I don't even kiss feet.
All right.
Give me one thing that shows that they're Christ-like. Give it to me.
Can I get back to you on that?
I guess your feet will be dry today because there's nothing about them.
I can tell you, they went and watched that one movie, Sound of Freedom.
The Lord ain't up in heaven watching no Sound of Freedom. I'm still talking about what's Christ-like.
The movie doesn't count. They spent
The Lord is not watching no Sound of Freedom. Let's go.
let me think. Oh, okay. They go to church.
Listen, we are the church. You ain't got to go to the building. Go ahead, get it.
I tried. I don't know. I don't think I got it.
Okay, you're just like the song, but I'm gonna change the word. She was all cried out, you all tried out. Don't try it anymore, Zeus. Enough is enough. They are not Christ-like. They are not Christians. They are not exemplaring any types of the attributes that Christ has, and they need to stop calling themselves Christian. They need to just call themselves fictions. They're conservative fictions.
It reminds me, what happens when the truth shows up. Even the devil ran from the truth, didn't he?
Listen, didn't it say resist the devil and he will flee?
Amen.
Sooner or later, we got to start resisting these folks so that they will flee. Now, that's what you got to do, Zeus.
Amen.
Now, this on a Saturday, I wasn't planning on doing none of this, but I went to that live and got highly upset that they talked over you. Like I said, they sounded like a AT&T call center when everybody trying to call the people about their bill.
Wow.
So if they not going to let you talk after they ask you a question, just stay away from them.
Amen. Amen. Well, listen, when they do what they do, they are revealing themselves to all who are watching. That's why I do what I do. All right. I didn't lose any sleep. I said, this is exactly what I expected them to be doing, on the verge of them being watching their leader Donald Trump be arrested by Fani Willis. Right? They're losing it.
Zeus, they have revealed themselves more than a flasher on the highway.
They really have. Shame on them. What a shame.
So we already know them. We already know them, Zeus. They already been out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just keep spreading the truth over here.
Amen.
And when they come, maybe something will break the stronghold that Trump has over them, and they'll come to know the truth.
Amen. All right.
And I'm going to go on and get me some bacon and grits started.
Oh, Lord. I love that. That sounds delicious. All right. And you heat some up and eat some for me too. All right. Because it's going to be a blessed day. No matter
Amen.
what.
Amen.
A blessed day.
See you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Sister Nakisha a round of applause.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
Amen. Amen. They got to turn it in, though. No matter what they say, they know they got to watch their leaders surrender. Greetings, Attacking. Good morning. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Just another day in the kingdom. I'm doing an emergency live as a result of that previous live.
Yeah, I heard. And I like the comment that MOD says. Her mouth always keeps going, just talk, 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 talk. And as you're speaking, her famous comment is, "Are you going to stop talking and let me talk?" She always does that.
Wow.
What's funny? If I was to make racial comments all the time, you would probably consider me a racist.
Absolutely.
If I was to say 2 + 2 is 5, you would probably say that I'm uneducated.
Mm-hmm. Or you're a liar.
Or a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Zeus, would you read my name, please?
It says attacking the ignorant. Is that correct?
Yes. Is there a face or personality attached to it?
I don't think so.
Just a voice, right?
Absolutely.
So, if you're called names, are you calling me personally a name or just my voice? Because my voice is what is put forth, not me, not a real person, just a voice and comments, correct?
I guess so. I mean, there's a lot to consider in that, right?
So when people call me names or call you names, do you get hurt? Do you get upset?
No.
That's because we know who we are.
I'm sure of myself.
And we don't take it personal and get upset where you have to cry and whine and attack other people for calling you names.
No.
But the other side does.
They should get off the app. They should delete the app. Like I tell that one guy that I go in, I said, why is the app still on your phone? Just delete it.
Yeah. So why do people with fake screen names, no pictures of themselves? Now, see, you put yourself out there.
I do.
You do. We know who you are if we look for your musical background and stuff like that. See, the thing is, with me or anybody else who use fake names, no putting your facial out there, no address, no information. Why are you so upset with a voice saying that you're an ignorant, lying fool? Why are you so upset with that, certain people? If you're going to make ignorant, immoral, unethical comments, your voice is what's saying it. So we're attacking your comment, but your voice, we're not attacking you on a personal basis. We're attacking you on your media platform, your voice, your comments. Now, the thing is this. If you're so butthurt because you make stupid comments and then we use them against you, kind of like what we do with Trump, should you not make stupid comments anymore?
Right.
I mean, exactly. It's like if I keep repeating something over and over again, you're going to think that I'm this type of person. So when you support Trump, who's a liar,
they do.
You support Trump, who's a con man. You support Trump, who has molested women.
They do.
You support Trump, who's attacked the United States Capitol.
They do.
You support Trump with all the documentation.
They do.
Knowing that he's done these things, but yet you make up lies about Joe Biden being a kid sniffer, receiving money from Ukraine without any documentation. Maybe you should just shut the fudge. I said fudge. Maybe you should just shut up.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want your words used against you, then don't put the words out there to be processed to show that you're ignorant and you're a supporter of a man who has molested women. Now, if you're a Christian, that bothers me.
It does too.
And that just shows that you're not really a Christian.
You're a hypocrite.
You're a hypocrite. And you use God to back your immoral actions towards one man and one man alone. Now, the thing
no
is,
lies detected.
Again, no one's attacking you on a personal basis.
No.
We're using your fake picture with a fake name. And if you don't like it, maybe you should do a reassessment of your own mental acuities, because I think they're lacking. And for you to get upset because you might be called a name or being teased about what you said, that really shows your immaturity levels, because you can call me any name in the book and you're not going to hurt me because there's no personal attachment to it. Right. You guys get personally attached because you know the fact that you have turned your common sense, your family values, your ethics and morals over to one man, and you're having him make the decision for you of what is right and what is wrong, what is true and what are lies, what's ethical and immoral for his standards.
Right.
You've lost your standards. Right. You've given all your decision up to him.
They did. And they have no leg to stand on, especially when they get out here on TikTok and start trying to portray themselves as victims. You're not victims, you're losers.
Exactly. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself.
With honor.
All right, buddy. Bring somebody else up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause.
I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
So you got him on tape committing these crimes. You got a bunch of Republicans that are actually holding him accountable from the top of the DOJ, from the FBI on down. It's Republicans holding Donald Trump and his supporters accountable, and yet they get out here on TikTok and go, why are the Democrats bashing us? Why are the Democrats beating us up? It's not the Democrats. What we are doing is telling you the truth. Okay, what we are doing is demanding accountability, but the enforcement is coming clearly from the Republican Party. Think about that, MAGA. Your days are numbered. Seriously, your days are numbered, okay? Because your leader, Donald J. Trump, come this Friday coming up, we're going to see just how powerful he is when he's begging Fani Willis, a black woman, to let him get out on bail. You're going to see how powerful he is. Right now, go to his Truth Social. He sounds like a scared child. What a baby. What a baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. All right, I've seen you in my box a couple of days, Dionysius. What do you got? What do you got for us, brother?
I'd just like to apologize to April for going into a live and getting emotional against HVAC for defending Snuggles for being a lying grifter. Also, this morning, Snuggles.
Time out. First of all, thank you for taking accountability. I think on a personal level, it's always great when people can take accountability for things they may have gotten wrong. So that's pretty awesome, my man. All right.
I got a little emotional.
Might be able to add one of my H's to your name. All right, Dionysius?
So I got emotional because people don't understand just how deep this MAGA movement has affected people and families, torn them apart. My mother died of COVID because Trump. There's some things that people don't know. So I want everybody to understand just how deep MAGA is stuck in this. Go look up Down the Rabbit Hole, Mouse Utopia. It's a study that the National Institute of Mental Health did on mammals. When you bunch them up into small, tight groups like apartment buildings in suburban neighborhoods, something happens called a behavioral sync. Our minds and our hearts give off wavelengths. That's a scientific fact. When you say I'm on the same wavelength, that's a fact.
Right.
So what controls that wavelength? The dominant frequency. What is controlling everybody's dominant frequency? Media, the news, and politics today. Right. So when these MAGA people are stuck in this behavioral sync, that's exactly what they call it.
Oh.
The only way to get them out of that is, you wake them up with some agitation. You wake them up with some standing for your rights and standing in your word and your truth. But then after, what I've noticed with a lot of these MAGA people is their comprehension skills are horrible.
It is.
Dude, they can't even watch a video without understanding, never mind read a sentence without understanding. They take videos and they totally twist them into whatever. It's crazy. And I'm not, for people out there on the right and the left, I am not political. The only reason I get involved in this right now is because I see so much division in our species as humans that I can't sit back and keep my mouth shut. I love people for whoever they are.
Right.
What they do, I don't love. What they believe, I don't love. But a human being must be loved in order to change. They must experience happening in their life that makes them resonate with somebody they hate. Right? So what does that to MAGA people? Tragedy. Tragedy or suffering. They're going to have to suffer so much that we're either going to have to be dragged into a civil dispute over this, and they're going to have to lose so much of their freedom, families, and lives that they're going to be like, maybe Trump was lying. Maybe he was trying to just divide us so he can make enough money to run away to Russia and be the mayor of Putin's new town over there. For all these expatriates that want to run over there. So it's, and then enough or nothing, Republicans, do you want to know two of Trump's main conspirators? You want to know who else they conspired with? Richard Nixon. Bill Barr and Roger Stone were both of Richard Nixon's conspirators. All right?
Oh.
So it's dude, people just look into the history of what's going on, man. The only reason I can even resonate with Democrats is because they don't want to unalive people because of their beliefs. Right. Or even more weird and disgusting is what do you care what some other grown man sticks up his own anus to get pleasure? Is it bothering you? Or are you like turned on about it, but are you too insecure to say it turns you on, so you attack it?
I mean, listen. I know a lot. I know people got a lot what I call fake outrage, and these same people who got fake outrage, they're hypocrites. They will sit back and do one thing, and then they enjoy it, but then will go and say, "You can't do it because I'm enjoying it," but they don't tell you that part. So these folks, they don't fool me. They don't fool me. They're a bunch of hypocrites.
You just hit it on the head.
I don't eat meat. They say, I don't eat meat. They go to KFC and they eat all this chicken. They come back. What meat? I don't eat meat. This is how these folks think. And they think we don't see the grease all around their face. Like, where'd you get grease from? You didn't get that grease from any vegetables.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with I'm not trying to attack any religion, all right? Everybody's free will to practice faith. But what we are now...
Wait a second. Your signal, you're breaking up. Are you on that MAGA Wi-Fi, Dionysius? If you're on that MAGA Wi-Fi,
no.
Please get back on the Biden Wi-Fi.
I'm back.
Yeah. Get on that strong Biden Wi-Fi. That MAGA Wi-Fi takes the truth right out of your conversation.
It's troubling to think that, like, I don't know, man. Like my mother would not live with me because of political views I didn't have, never mind share with her. I just didn't believe that Trump was a savior. I didn't believe politics was going to save us. So I offered her to come live with me off grid, and she said, I can't. And I said, why? Oh, because of your political views and what you've been involved in. Because I was involved with Antifa when it first started 20 years ago, not what they turned it into today with COINTELPRO. So I asked her to move me. She says, no, I can't because of your political views. I was like, Mom, I don't have political views. I just think we should treat each other as humans. She said, I can't. 2 weeks later, she died of COVID.
Wow. And this is under Trump administration, right?
Facts. 100%. Yeah.
What a shame.
And like,
Dionysius, I gotta move on, my brother. I gotta move on because listen, I got something that I need to do today. It's Saturday. I didn't want to go too deep, but we had to have this emergency.
I'm trying to get out of here. It won't let me. All
right, don't worry. We'll check in Monday though. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dionysius a round of applause. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Donald Trump has caused. This is when I think of Donald Trump in the White House, for you Trump supporters, right? When I think about him in the White House, this is the first image that pops up in my mind. Yeah. And this is not what I call putting American first. This is what I call putting Donald Trump first, or as some like to say, putting Russia first. What a shame, right? What a shame. Ladies and gentlemen, we got my good friend Tea Drinker. Greetings, Tea Drinker. What's going on, my brother? How are you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up, buddy? I appreciate you having me up. Really quick, I'm just, I only got a short period of time, but I just wanted to say that I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're standing up to Snuggles and all his bullshit that he's spewing.
Keep it clean now.
It makes me irate. It makes me so irate when I hear that. And I'm glad that I can share the stage with you, and we're both on the same fight and on the same page.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome, and thank you for always being willing to go into the lion's den and, confront these demons, right? That's what we're doing.
No doubt. We're always doing that good fight, but I got to run. I got some things to take care of, but I just wanted to say, once again, I'm proud of you, buddy.
All right. Well, listen, I'm thankful for that, and have a great rest of your weekend, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Tea Drinker a round. You're too kind, Tea Drinker. You're too kind. Listen, this is an emergency broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to get to everybody I can before I get up out of here. So my hope is that you all try to be as brief and succinct as possible, all right? So we all can be heard, because I got about a good 30 minutes. Greetings, Shay.
Hey. Hi, good. So I'm sorry I missed this live. Was this morning? Was this before this broadcast?
It was a Snuggles edition live, right? And by the way, I told Snuggles that I will block him if he keeps playing those videos for more than 3 minutes. I'm done with it. I can't do him playing those videos for more than 3 minutes, right?
Oh, I agree. No, I agree. And
don't report him.
Yeah, and they want to, pull this. See, we accept everybody. We don't block anybody. It's like, yeah, because we get up and speak the truth. The reason we don't want you in our boxes is because you spread nonsense.
Yeah.
You spread nonsense and hate and division. You're still supporting this man with 91 felony counts. You won't let it go. And I don't need you on a huge platform. We don't want you in our boxes spreading mistruths. We just don't.
We don't.
You're not even trying. You're not even trying to solve problems in this country. All you want to do is say, Hunter is this and Joe is this, and look at him with Maui, look at him with all this, really the fake outrage, like Nutty was saying, it's like, I'm so sick of it. It's disgusting. I was looking at this thing and it's like, look, if Hunter Biden has done something, then that's fine. He's under investigation. But leave Joe alone about his own son. How dare he have his own son on Air Force One or at the White House? How dare he hang out with his son? I mean, where are you people? The man has lost two of his children.
Wow.
He only has 2 living children. And you want to tell a father not to be there for his son? You're disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Lost your minds.
Stop pushing family values because you're fake. You're freaking fake when it comes down to a father loving a son. I mean, they made fun of the video, the voice message that Joe left his son. They made fun of that.
Wow.
When it's a loving, caring father literally saying, son, you need to get help. I love you. You need to get help. I love you. My God, how many of us would die and just having a father that sits here and says, I'm here for you. I love you, but please get help.
Exactly.
How many have faced this in our own families? I mean, and the fact that you expect the president to hold off something different that you wouldn't even do in your own life. Wow. You ask him to be you ask him to be inhuman is what you are. And that's why you play down to Donald Trump, because you put him up as a superhero.
Oh, a superhero. Wow.
They do. Look at the flags. He's in Superman costumes.
I've seen them. They got videos, they got Donald Trump with a 6-pack, and I'm not talking a pack of Coca-Cola either. Right?
No. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, but that's what they want. They want this hero. And, and it coincides that many of them are Bible thumpers.
Oh.
Because, again, they're being told that there's this, and listen, I'm a Christian and all that, but I don't view God in that way. I view God as a personal relationship. But they withhold this whole thing like this supernatural being that's going to come and save the world and defeat evil. Right. And they put persona on a human man. Like it's like they need to have that for them to feel like their world's okay.
Yeah, I think it comes from the fact that they're broken people, right? These are, people that are broken on the inside, and they're longing to belong, right? And in a lot of cases, people do like this. They join gangs, perhaps. They join, churches and things like that. Well, MAGA, they've joined together in this movement to support Donald Trump, and they've been let down very, very terribly by their leader. And this is what we're dealing with right now here in this country. A lot of people who've been let down in the worst way possible. And I really need to get some help and really need to get professional help.
They do. And they need to turn off their social media. This is the thing I think I shared with you, like a year ago. I couldn't even talk to my own sister, right? That she had gone real strict MAGA and just would yell at me and, text me like I have anything to do with the wall and all this. And I'm like, you're really mentally unbalanced. Well, she ended up getting kicked off because they were spreading rhetoric. She ended up getting kicked off of Twitter and Facebook. And so she can no longer follow these nutcases.
Wow. Thank God.
She's become a better person.
Thank God.
We literally have a relationship. So when they talk about the mental disorder that is created by media It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's an absolute fact. Because if you're sitting here believing that the end of the world is coming and the Democrats are going to destroy it and the Democrats are going to snatch your children up and of course you're going to be scared. Of course it's going to make you hate your fellow Americans. I mean,
Exactly.
and it's sick because we don't hate you guys. Like, it's not about hate. It's disgust. That picture behind Zeus,
Yeah.
that just was a horrific day.
And they say this wasn't Trump supporters. They say this wasn't his supporters. This was the FBI, BLM, and Antifa. Right? Could you imagine believing? Could you imagine really believing the people holding this flag is Antifa and BLM? All this, and by the way, it was organized by Nancy Pelosi. Right? Imagine. Oh, and President Biden and Barack Obama. They all organized all of Donald Trump's supporters to stay at home while they put in these fake supporters and dressed them up like Trump supporters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so silly. We won that day. That was such a great day for the Democrats. There's no need. We don't need to help you look like fools. We don't need to help you. You can do it all by yourself.
And you're doing it still. They're still doing it now. So if we go down that rabbit hole, right, this means that Snuggles is being sponsored by Nancy Pelosi, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. We can go with that.
Right. So Snuggles and the Trump supporters on TikTok are now being sponsored by President Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. What a shame.
What a shame. What a shame. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why they're so mad. This comes down to jealousy about you, Zeus, and in the fact that you in April, people that bring in nearly 1,000 people a day on your broadcast, they can't. How many people were watching that live that you were just on? About 100, maybe, if that. Maybe. They can't get people in. They don't have the large support. So what they're doing is the typical way they do this is they're trying to tear you down.
Oh.
They're trying to tear you down. They don't like it.
Oh.
They don't like that you get 600 to 800 people daily. They don't like that you have a popular platform. They don't like it. They don't like it at all, Zeus. It makes them so angry. They don't understand why they can't get the numbers.
Oh.
They don't understand it.
Oh, you just went for it.
That's what's honestly going on. You're making them so angry because they can't do this. They can't do what you and April do, and T does, and brings in.
But Shane, and I'm glad you brought that up. Don't we all got access to the same tools?
You sure do. You sure do.
Issue? What's the issue then?
Yeah, the issue is because you're bringing truth and light, and they don't like it.
Oh.
You're bringing humor. You're bringing love. Think about all the things when we all come up in the boxes. What are we doing on most of the time?
We tell the truth. And we're telling the truth, having a great time. We're saving this country. Yeah.
Yeah. We tell the truth. We're laughing. We're having fun. We're enjoying each other. We're checking in on each other. We're saying, I love you. You know, all of that. We care about each other. One of us needs something. Then we get on here and say, hey, brother so-and-so is having a problem. Whatever. Like, we use this platform to spread love and light. And they can't stand it. So when you're so far into the darkness, you repel from the light. And that is the truth. Oh. So that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can attest to this, and T can attest to this, that they get attacked on a daily basis, that, you know, they get, you know, all this stuff. And it's so sad because if you don't want to watch the show, you don't have to. But the fact that you make your whole platform about attacking these particular people on the left that have large platforms and are doing amazing work out here, it shows a lot about you. Focus on your own and see what you can do. But the problem is nobody wants to hear your crap. In the end of the day, you have the same people in your lives. You're not attracting anybody new. It's the same thing with Donald Trump. He's not bringing in anybody new. That's the same people that go from rally to rally. They're the same people. They're the same people. Like, if you're like, yeah, that's nobody new. That's nobody new from 2016 that attended his rallies.
Nope.
Nobody new is being, and that's the thing, they can't, that is what Donald Trump did, right? He brought in voters. He brought in people that never voted before. He did. But he's not. He didn't do it in 2020, and he sure as heck isn't going to do it in 2024.
She's not. Listen, it's over, Shay. You just let them know that it's over for MAGA. No, you're not adding. You're not adding. You're dividing and subtracting, MAGA. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's really over.
It's over, guys. I mean, it's sad because what you're trying to do, and when you don't get your way, you do that right behind Zeus. Yeah. This is what you're being led to do. They want you to show up in Fulton County. They want you to show up in DC. They want you to basically lose everything, lose all your money, lose your homes, lose your reputations, go to prison. And they don't care. They're not even paying. They won't even pay for your legal fees. Hold on, Max. I'll be right there. Okay. Yeah, they don't even want to pay for your legal fees. They don't care about you. You're going down for what? For what?
Good morning. Yeah.
Like, it's sad. It's so sad to me. It really, really is. Okay. But keep doing your thing, just like T said, and all of us say to you, you're doing the right thing. You really are. And thank you for standing up against it, my friend.
All right. So. Listen, I thank you, Shay, and I thank all of you who are standing shoulder to shoulder with Zeus to stop this nasty spirit, demon, MAGA possessed nonsense going on in this country. Now, you have a great rest of your morning.
You too, my friend. Yep, moving my son to college today. We're going to be dropping my baby off. So I'll be crying on Monday, but we'll see.
All right. Love you too. All right. Please.
All right. Love you guys. You're the best. Keep doing the work. Keep doing everything. Let's stand in solidarity and fight against the darkness. Amen. Love you all. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. No lies detected. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. I saw somebody ask me to do it in the comment section, so I got to do it, all right? You know why I don't like letting Trump supporters in the box right now? The only way I let MAGA in my box is if they're willing to come up and apologize, right? They got to apologize for all of the harm they've caused this great country, because if they don't do that, what Trump supporters, the MAGA ones, like to do, they like to get in my live and they just start spouting off a bunch of nonsense. You ever been in a conversation with someone, you're talking for like 5-10 minutes and it's not going anywhere, and I said, well, wait a second. Yeah, what does that remind me of when you're talking to someone and the conversation is not going anywhere? And I said, oh yeah, it reminds me of one of those cars. You ever hear one of these cars that sound real terrible? All right, it's making a bunch of noise, but it's not going anywhere. It sounds a little something like this. Bad news, HVAC, turn it off, turn that car off. I'm not going anywhere with you in that hoopty. Listen, I know you got engine. It probably only got an engine and heat, right? It's a terrible sounding car. When was the last time that car's had a tune-up, right? It's like it needs spark plug, distributor caps, or rotors. I mean, something's wrong. The timing is off. All right, and that's just what's going on with these Trump supporters. Something's wrong up there, all right? What that car needs to do, right? When you hear a car sound like that, you know what I tell them? I said, that car needs the hands of God placed on that engine and deliver. Similarly, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear these Trump supporters talking and they're backfiring like that, they need the hands of God on their minds. And that demon inside, yes, heaven, those hands of God, send that electricity right through their body and cast that MAGA demon out. I mean, banish it from that MAGA body, all right? Get it out of here, okay? Because listen, you're not going anywhere, Trump supporters, as long as you got that demon inside of you, all right? And that demon only has one mission, to take your soul to hell. You hear me, Trump supporters? That demon is not going to be satisfied until it takes your soul to hell. And you know what? It don't mind taking a pit stop to jail on the way. Can I get an amen, ladies and gentlemen? Can I get an amen? Tina, don't complain about the interest rate. See, this is what these Trump supporters love to do. Now you're a victim of interest rates. What a shame. people are struggling. What about these people, Tina? Talk to me about their interest rates. Talk about what they cost this country. Have you ever looked up the amount of damage these Trump supporters caused this country, especially on January 6th? Yeah, I don't see any of you rushing out there to help reimburse the federal government for all the harm and damage that this Trump MAGA movement has caused. I mean, for goodness sake, we've had to shell out Jack Smith, right? Special counsel Jack Smith, at least over $10 million to hold Donald Trump accountable. How are we going to get that money back? How are we going to get that money back? What? It's sad we had to use that kind of money to hold Trump and his supporters accountable. And plus, we got 1,000 or so Trump supporters in jail right now, fighting for their freedom. Why are we wasting taxpayers' money on these criminals? Huh? Why do we have to do that? So yeah, don't complain about the interest rates. Don't complain about the eggs. Don't complain about the price of gas. If you are a Trump supporter, you cannot complain about those things, all right? Now, I could complain about them because I wasn't there on January 6th. I can talk about that. And right now, I'm not complaining about interest rates. I'm not complaining about gas. I'm not complaining about eggs. As a matter of fact, after this live, I'm going to go probably use a little gas, and maybe I will eat a couple of eggs after this live. So if I'm not complaining about it, MAGA, neither should you. Stop crying about you. See, stop trying to pretend like you're victims. By the way, I want to make sure the Trump supporters know the only thing I want you to do is try to explain this, defend this, right? Defend January 6th. And it's not over. Good morning, April. How are you?
Good morning. I love.
You went out.
I love Saturday Zeus. Yeah,
Right?
I'm here. I love Saturday Zeus.
Oh, I love you too. Listen, thank you. It was an emergency broadcast. It really was.
Yeah, I got sent an invite, and right when I got there, it went off. So I didn't witness the wonderful ways of the MAGA, and I'm kind of glad I didn't witness it.
Right.
But yeah, MAGA has definitely done something to this country by the leader of them, Trump, that I don't think we will ever get over. I'm saying this. I don't think even after Trump,
tell the truth and shame the devil. Really.
I don't think that it'll ever be the same. We will never have another election where we have a peaceful transfer of power. There's always going to be someone now that it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged.
Wow.
Because he's led them to believe that everything's fake. Everything they see, anything they, hear is all fake. And that's part of the cultism of it. Don't listen to them. They ain't nothing but fake.
Wow.
Listen to only what I want you to listen to.
Wow.
Listen and watch only what I want you to watch. Because everything else is fake. So I think he's done real damage to this country. And even after he's convicted and everything, it's just going to keep going. I wonder how far it will go.
Wow.
Because I think we're going to hurt for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is trauma. This is trauma.
Yeah, it's really scary because you think, well, after all this is over with, and then the next election, let's say 2028, and whatever Republican Party they're all going to align with, because it's going to be a group now. Just like you had the Tea Party and all this, it's going to be a group. It's the MAGA group. So whoever they fall behind, if they don't win, it's rigged. It's rigged. Wow. So I try to fight the good fight. When I got on here and all this Trump stuff, and my whole thing is this gives me a place to inform people to actually what's going on. Do a little research, do a little reading, talk to people and try to fight what's going on in this country. And it's really difficult. When you get threatened to be unalived by these people, and that's the violence. Where's the violence coming from? It's coming from MAGA. It's coming from the Trump supporters.
Yep.
And it gets scary sometimes. I mean, I've had several messages, you know,
I get them.
the one I'll never forget. It was only about a week after I got online. I was threatened with a 223 between my eyes. Yeah. So a nicely placed 223. Let me say it right.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how bad it has gotten. And it's really scary. And I don't know how we combat this when they are so disillusioned that they can't listen to anyone that says anything. You know, we could spout the proof, attack, and you go, that's all he's done is pushed the documents, the actual proof. Nobody wants to hear what he's got to say. They don't believe anything. I'm almost to the point of nutty, but not that far gone yet. I'm trying to have
Dark
faith.
nutty.
Yeah, I'm trying to have faith.
Right.
And it's hard. Humanity deserves better than this, better than what MAGA's given us. So
you're right,
April.
You're right. Well, keep up the great work you're doing. Like I said to Shay, it's an honor to stand shoulder to shoulder with you in terms of making sure we get this truth out here and do whatever we can on our platforms to prevent this from happening again, right?
I mean, all these people for one man. One man.
It's sick.
Good God. It about makes me want to just never drink orange juice again or eat an orange or anything like that.
You don't even want to eat Cheetos anymore. You know, I go to the store and I see the Cheetos and Donald Trump's image pops in I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'll take some tortilla chips. How about that?
Yeah, I'm going to have to stick with Fritos or something.
Yeah.
Them cheese puffs and stuff ain't going to get it anymore.
Yeah. He's ruined that for me. I'm being 100% honest about it. I can't eat them without thinking about them. It's just how it is until they come up with a better commercial, I guess, right?
It's Lord have mercy. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna, I guess, put Frito-Lay out of business, you know, because we can't stand.
Oh my God!
Because they're gonna have to change the color of the Cheetos and stuff.
Please, listen, Frito-Lay, please change the color of the Cheetos. All right, there's different cheeses out there. You don't got to use that one anymore.
We can go with the white cheese or
I'll consider
blue
the white
cheese.
cheese. Yeah, blue. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought I'd say good morning to you, and
good morning.
you know, it sounds a little depressing, but we got to keep fighting, Zeus.
All right. Well, listen, don't be depressed, all right? Because listen, this is the weekend. We're supposed to be up and at it, enjoying the rest of this, enjoying our freedom, right? April, listen, if we were as deranged as these folks, we might be in jail out there in Washington, D.C., right?
That's right.
Thank
How
the
many more
Lord.
are sitting in jail that hasn't been convicted yet? How many more are sitting there waiting to be convicted?
Aren't you glad that you're not in that situation waiting on your day to see if you're going to get sentenced because you believe Donald Trump?
Well, I'm glad that I've got the common sense not to fall for the foolery and the con man and all that. I'm glad that God gave me the common sense to not believe all this crap.
Amen.
Have a great day, Zeus, and I'm going to leave so you can bring up some more people, but everyone have a great weekend.
All right, everyone. Let's give the beautiful April a round of applause. And by the way, I got to wrap it up in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to bring up a few more, and these are going to be good ones that I bring up because these are heavy hitters. But before I get to them, I once again must remind Trump supporters that are in this live, you don't have to be here. You're more than welcome. I mean, I want you to be here and hear this truth, but you're more than welcome to leave. If you leave, you do not have to tell me, Zeus, I left. You don't have to tell me it in my comments. You don't need to send me any messages. I get it, right? I know you don't like this. You don't like me. You don't like the truth. But I really think you like me. I just don't think you like the truth. You don't have to subject yourself to this overwhelming amount of truth. You can leave, all right? And you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
That's right. Get the hell out.
Oh, Angela, you came
Get
in
out.
hot.
Yep. Little dark. No, I can't be quite like dark nutty. But first of all, I was in that live. And I was tolerating it quite well. I mean, it was a little hard to watch. They don't let you talk. Man, that takes me off. Ask you a question and you can't even answer.
Right.
I mean, for heaven's sakes. But I'll tell you, when I'll just say it. When they bring in that MOD, I can't watch it. What is she, mother of dragons? No, she's the mother of the demons. The mother of the MAGA demons is what she says. She's the demons of that. That's the only thing. And I'm not trying to go against her parenting. Maybe she's great. I don't know. This is on here. They
on
are
TikTok.
demons.
When it
On
comes to TikTok, right?
I want
We
to
don't
make
know
that
her
clear. I
personally.
don't speak on people's kids. I'm talking about her little minions here on TikTok. I've been summoned by her before, and my dumb behind went over there. You know they're not going to listen. But anyway, I'm going to move on to this S show behind you. I was about to say the word, but this here, you know, I am. This right here, you know, this is probably one of my favorite topics because how dare you call yourself, how dare you call yourself a patriot and be okay with this, what happened on this day that I watched in real free time. So many of us watched it. How on earth can you say it was fake and that the cops let them in? They beat the heck out of those cops for 3 hours. Don't tell me you backed the blue and you watched that and you're okay with it. You're a hypocrite. You're a liar. And you know what? I have a son in the service. He's been in 10 years. Okay. And I've had to say many see you laters to him as he leaves and he serves for this. He serves for this bull crap right here. This is what he's doing. And there were people from our own military there that day.
Wow.
What are you doing? You are not a patriot. Don't you ever tell me that you are a patriot and that you are okay with January 6th. I don't ever want to hear it. I refuse. You come to my live, you tell me that, you're going to get the heck out. I don't want you there. You are a darn fake-triot. I'm sorry. I get passionate about this. And Zeus, one last thing. I love your show. You know that. I'm there every day.
You are.
And I got to tell you, one of my favorite parts is when you pull up the person of the day that got arrested and got their behind put in jail, right where they belong. That's one of my favorite parts. I'll say, Zeus, how many months did they get? How many years did they get? Please tell me. And their damn leader that people say, oh, he's probably not going to see, he is going to see jail time because he's not going to get out of all of those convictions. There's out of those charges in 91, he ain't getting out of all of them. So I don't want to hear that. He is going down and he needs to. He has divided this country. It is disgusting. I'm 50 years old. I'm going to be leaving here, but my children and my grandchildren are going to have to live in this mess because it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Wow.
Okay. Now I'm done. So that's my rant for the morning. And now I'm going to be a nice person for the rest of the day. You have a great day. Sorry I was yelling. And
No, that's perfect.
Watching that live got me fired up, Zeus. I hate it when they ask you a question and they won't even let you talk. That drives me insane. Right. So anyway, I'm better now that I've gotten this out.
Thank you so much. Back, Angela. I really do appreciate it. All right. And I know they're listening because they're in here with their fake accounts, their backup accounts. All right.
I don't care. I just have, all of them or whatever. But her, I don't even know how the heck she's on this app with all her threatening people. All right, I'm done. Anyway, I just want to focus on the positive right now, that you are a wonderful person. You bring the truth every day. Look at the people in here that love you, thousands at a time. So you're clearly doing something right. And I truly appreciate you so much, Zeus. I really do.
All right.
So you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
You're welcome. Ladies and
Take care.
gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Angela a round of applause. By the way, please do not mute Snuggles, all right? It's very important you don't do that. Okay? Please don't mute this guy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist, okay? Listen, we're getting the truth out here, all right? We really are. Greetings, Brother Swerving, welcome.
How are you in the kingdom? I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Sounds like you had some things to get off your chest there.
Yes, because see, if you mute Snuggles, then they do that to Zeus in his live, and we got to make sure that in both sides, when we get in there, they don't do any of that to us. So please, you can get them in another way, but please don't mute them. All right, I don't know who's doing that. Greetings, Brother Swerving.
Greetings to you also, my friend, and thank you for having me up on a nice, beautiful Saturday morning. I wanted to bring something up because you know how we always say every MAGA accusation is a confession, right?
Right.
And their big saving grace was that movie, The Sound of Freedom, right?
Oh, yes. Oh.
Then we find out that one of the producers or somebody who helped fund that movie, they got arrested for what? Sex trafficking.
Wow!
We found that out. Right? Now, Zeus, I don't know. Have you ever heard the name Anton Lazaro?
No, I don't. Can't say I'm familiar with that name.
So Anton Lazaro was a huge Trump donor. He was a huge Republican donor. There's pictures out there with him and Donald Trump together. He just got convicted for 21 years. Guess what for?
What?
Sex trafficking.
Wow!
But the Sound of Freedom was supposed to be this big FU to people on the left and Democrats showing how we're the only ones doing it, right?
Right.
So this guy was a huge Trump donor. Not only was he arrested and convicted, his assistant was arrested and convicted. She was like his Ghislaine Maxwell.
Wow.
He gave money and gifts to girls around the age of 15 and 16, and he's 31 years old.
Right.
Then a Republican Party member in the state that they were in, she ended up having to step down because she may have had some prior knowledge as to what was going on. Every MAGA accusation is a confession.
Exactly.
So they made this movie that was supposedly trying to expose the left or expose trafficking. Mm-hmm. It didn't even take place in this country, from what I understand, and I'm not going to waste my time watching the movie.
I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
No, I'm not going to waste my time with it because I can't stand Jim Caviezel. He's a QAnon nut job who sits there and supports Trump because Trump was going to bring the evil cabal to light and arrest all of them.
Oh, that's hard.
Again, guess what never happened? That part.
Right.
Okay.
Wow.
So we have all these Republicans, and I'm sure there's some Democrats out there somewhere who have been arrested and convicted of the same thing.
Right.
However, they're not as close to Joe Biden as this guy was as close to Donald Trump.
Hello.
They didn't go and make a movie about sex trafficking while they're sex trafficking people. They did. Okay, so it's sickening to me that they accuse Joe Biden of something like this, like they want him to be guilty of harming children.
Wow.
That's how sick they are.
They talk about him sniffing hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's giving his granddaughter a kiss on the forehead while they're waiting to go inside the church, where his son, veteran son, is lying in state waiting for the funeral to start.
Wow. And this is the opportunity they chose to take advantage of, right? And come up with a lie and a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how sick they are.
Wow.
And if you were ever to bring anything like this up in someone like Snuggles Live, he's just going to go, well, 0 convictions. We know. And 0 docket numbers on Joe Biden. 0 docket numbers.
0 docket numbers.
And I guarantee you Snuggles runs his own business from what I understand.
Yeah.
I bet he wouldn't hire somebody with 91 felonies.
Snuggles, would you hire someone with 91 felonies? Hello, Connie. Would you hire someone with 91 felonies, Snuggles? Be honest.
So it's just aggravating
He said
me.
maybe T. He says absolutely yes.
Yeah, I bet he would. Then he's gonna sit there and complain about his.
No, Snuggles. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of these places that I volunteer at out here, and I'm going to ask all of these people to send their resumes to your job. All right?
Yeah, let's
see if Snuggles hires them. All right. So Snuggles, when this live ends, please give me the email address to where they can send their resumes. All right. And we expect to see you hiring a lot of these people because they need some real work.
Yep, they sure do.
Because I would hate to think you're just lying on TikTok. I would really hate to think that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone on this live would like to get a job, Snuggles is hiring. All right. Sorry, Swervin. Please continue.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine. But yeah, like I said, this whole thing just aggravates me because I guarantee you, not a single one of them will be talking about Tony Lazzaro. Not a single one of them will be talking about the guy who helped make a movie about sex trafficking and then got arrested for sex trafficking. They won't talk about that. They'll sit there and talk about how Joe Biden sniffed his granddaughter's hair. And it's just sickening to me. They want people to be guilty of harming children so they can sit there and go, I got you.
But remember that Patriot Front group, right? The Trump supporters that refer to themselves as Patriot Front group. They were caught in the back of a in the back of a U-Haul in the great state of Ohio, right? And that same person that was there to terrorize the members of the LGBTQ community, right? The FBI seized his cell phone, and guess what they found in there? Some nasty stuff that caused harm to children. What a shame.
Yep. But it's always the Democrats. It's the evil cabal on the left, the global elites, as they say. Guess who's part of that global elite? Donald Trump.
Oh.
Everybody knows his face all over the world.
Yeah.
So he's part of the global elites. I love how they said, well, he went to Washington to expose the elites. He is one of the elites, you idiot. Like, what are you talking about?
That didn't even make sense. If someone really believes that's what he did, that doesn't even make sense. They don't even know what Washington, D.C. is all about with that mindset. Something's wrong with your mind.
Exactly. So that's all I wanted to bring up, Zeus, is, stop sitting here and talking about I heard a lady on the live yesterday complaining about how high her water bill was, blaming Joe Biden for it. I'm like, that's your state and local government. That's got nothing to do with Joe Biden. That's your local water company.
Uh-oh. Newsflash.
That's got absolutely nothing to do with Joe Biden. And it never will. That's your state and local government. Oh, your state's run by Republicans. Why are you blaming a Democrat for what's going on in your state?
Make it make sense.
You can't. That was all I wanted to bring up. Just stop and think for a moment. This evil cabal that you all believe in, that, children are being scared, so they produce some chemical and Democrats are drinking it. The people who are making these movies, the people who are donating to the Republican Party, they have been arrested. This guy got convicted for 21 years for trafficking.
Right.
21 years. And he was as close to Donald Trump as any of them.
Amen.
And I guarantee you, Donald Trump will sit there and go, well, I don't know who the guy is. Yeah, sure you don't. That's why we have a picture of you and him together, a couple of pictures of you and him together. But you didn't know who he was.
Right.
Either you suck or your Secret Service sucks.
Tell him, Brother Swervin, tell him. Just like Donald Trump doesn't know about that Chinese bank account that he has, right?
No, he had no clue. I didn't know it was there. Alan Weisselberg set that up.
Yeah. Yeah, hypocrites. Well, listen, Brother Swervin.
So I'm gonna let you get back to managing the affairs of the kingdom, and I know you're gonna have a good weekend. Just I know where you are. Be careful, man. You're not in the path of that hurricane, are you?
No. I'm in Northern California, so hopefully I don't get any of that.
All right.
Hopefully, but if it comes, we'll have to just deal with it. You really can't say much. But I'll tell you one thing: it's not because of no lasers.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not because of lasers. I'm pretty sure it's not because of DARPA. The weather controlling device that the Democrats use to send hurricanes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right around election time.
Exactly.
So you
All
take
right, my
care,
friend.
and if it does come your way, man, just be smart, be safe, and we look forward to always seeing you live. So you take it easy, my brother, and have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Take care,
Ladies
everybody.
and gentlemen, let's give Brother Swervin a round of applause. Yeah, I knew the Trump supporters when they saw the name of the hurricane with Hillary. I knew exactly where their minds went. Their minds went straight to the pits of hell. All right, what a shame. Oh, wait a second. I saw somebody says, what has Joe Guillotino, by the way, what a name. I guess this picture in the background triggered you to think of a guillotine, huh? He says, what has Joe Biden done? I got the list right here, and I wanted to read it, but I won't because I got only a little bit of time left. But I will say he definitely appointed the first black woman vice president in U.S. history, and he confirmed another black woman on the Supreme Court. What else has he done? $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure, got those vaccines in our arms of Americans at an 80% rate for adults, helped reopen our country after Trump ruined it with his disastrous administration. He got unemployment numbers down to a historic low. That goes for Hispanics, blacks, and folks with disabilities. He gave Medicare the power to negotiate prescription drug prices through the Inflation Reduction Act. Can you say inflation reduction? Can you say that, MAGA? All right. He held Vladimir Putin accountable for his invasion in Ukraine by imposing stiff economic sanctions on Putin and his crime regime. Oh, he strengthened NATO alliance in support of Ukraine after Russian invasion by endorsing the inclusion of military powers of Sweden and Finland. Oh, yes. He created more jobs in 1 year than any other president in history, reduced health care premiums under the Affordable Care Act by $800 per year as part of the American Rescue Plan, signed the PACT Act, signed the CHIPS Act, signed the Reauthorized the Violence Against Women's Act through 2027, halted federal executions after the previous administration reinstated them after a 17-year freeze, passed executive orders protecting reproductive rights. What else did he do? Oh, provided college debt relief for students. Oh my gosh. Ended the longest war in American history by pulling our troops out of Afghanistan. I'm getting blue in the face because there's so much winning that President Biden has done. Let's give President Biden a round of applause. And by the way, he did all of that with 0 indictments and 0 convictions. 0 felonies, right? Isn't that amazing? You know the rule. There's no docket number. And I hear he cut down the number of crossings at the border. So you know this is great. So when they sit there and they see this hurricane coming and they say, the hurricane is named Hillary, it got to be the Democrats. You know what I say to them? Show us the proof. And by the way, Snuggles, that was not President Biden in the Wuhan lab. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest. All right, I got to go with my subscriber. Good morning, Brother Greg. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. All right. Just another day in the kingdom, sifting through lies and misinformation for that kernel of truth. You know how this
Yeah,
works.
I saw earlier this morning, I saw you got yourself into a little bit of a pickle, and I joined late, so I don't even know exactly what went down in that live, but I just know that there was a lot of over talking and you weren't able to get a word in, and par for the course, because that's what they do. They don't let you talk.
Right.
They talk over you. They ask you a question, they say, and then you try to answer it, and then they interrupt you. I mean, it's not a very productive conversation.
Right.
And yesterday I stumbled across a live where Mr. Handsome Liberal was in, and it was them arguing about how the African American community was better during segregation.
Oh, so delusions. Delusions.
Yeah, so they were talking about how like
That's what a MAGA
blacks.
mind is. That's what a
Yeah,
MAGA.
they're talking about how black folks had their own businesses, they had their own homes, and so they were doing well. And it's like, what are you? Who are you guys? Like, who are you guys to have these strange viewpoints? I mean, I'm not trying to be a white
Hypocrite.
savior here, but it's a little crazy when you have handsome liberal beside himself in a live because he can't believe what he's hearing from Lumberjack and MOD. I mean, it was unbelievable. I just can't believe it.
I've done business with those characters, and I've had to implement a few sanctions on them because when you're not honest business people, I don't do business with you. That's just how it works, right? You don't do business with people who are crooks, do you?
We don't do business,
We don't do business with crooks.
and it's unbelievable. When I look at that picture behind you, I think about how disturbing it was on January 6th.
Z-Pack, these people, they call themselves victims, right?
Right. Yeah, they're victims of their own delusions. So I remember watching that live thinking, why in the heck is this happening right now? Why are these people ascending on the Capitol? And the fact that these people are still on lives defending everything that these people did is disgusting. And I don't care about what happened during the summer of 2020. I could give two you-know-whats. I don't care. What happened behind you on January 6th was one of the worst attacks on our democracy ever. I mean, this is
as far when you say that, what do you think makes it go from maybe, if we were to rank attacks from maybe a low level to a high level, what makes this such an issue in your opinion?
Because there was absolutely no evidence that anything was wrong with the election in 2020. There were multiple court cases that were shut down, and it had nothing to do with standing. You hear that lie that is being perpetuated. It had to do with evidence. They were unable to prove in court that there was fraud. If they were able to prove if they were able to prove that there was fraud, they would have had evidence. And we now know that Roger Stone had planned a whole attack plan before the election was even over, that they were going to go to the state legislature and they were going to do.
And how do we know that, Z-Pack?
Because it's on video. If these folks want to sit here and continue to ignore that, that's their own issue. Let them be who they are.
Right.
Because in all honesty, I'm tired of having to deal with these people in everyday life because they are not normal people. These are people that have things going on in their lives that are not ideal. So they have to rally behind Donald Trump because it's the only thing that makes them feel good. It's the only thing that gives them any type of semblance in their lives.
Wow.
They have nothing going on. And that is the problem with most of those supporters. And the other issue is that they continue to lie, and they just continue to put people in danger. Ray Epps had to leave and go in
on their own at the drop of a dime.
Right. And what they
there's
are
no honor amongst thieves. You know this, MAGA.
What they are is they're Pinos. Pinos are patriot in name only. That's all they are.
I like it.
They're Pinos. And you can put that in the chat. You can steal that. They're a bunch of Pinos. And they don't care about anything other than...
No lies detected. No, he's not. Listen, Trump supporters, look at all those red hats right there. What country are they fighting for again?
We can start calling them Pinos when they come in here. Are you a Pino? Are you a patriot in name only? Because you don't sound like a patriot to me if you're defending Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's not a patriot. He tried to overturn democracy. What are you talking about?
I just hope that Pinos doesn't mean anything else. All right. I just wanted to throw that. If it does, I apologize. I got to double check
Well,
that.
I don't think it does because
Oh, you checked it.
I checked it. I mean, there's a pina colada which I
Oh,
really
okay.
like.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
pina coladas,
Oh,
but
okay.
and
Just Pinot
rain and
Grigio.
singing
I'm
in the
sorry.
rain.
Just wine.
Yeah.
I think they call wine Pinot. Okay. I think that's why I thought about it. Right. It's a wine, right?
Yeah, it's a wine, Pinot Grigio, Patriot name only,
I
pina
like that
colada.
thing. You know what? No disrespect to the wine community, but when we say this, we're referring to these fake patriots out
These
here.
fake patriots out here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm not an alcoholic web guy, whatever your name is, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm off that now, you know. It's dad season because dad
Amen.
season's gonna be any day now.
Yeah, well,
And
listen. Thank you, brother Greg. I gotta move it on and get up out of here.
yes,
I'm
thank you.
well past my 10 o'clock time schedule, but I
Yes,
think I
you
can
are.
go for a couple of more. I'm so sorry I can't talk much longer, but
That's
I think
fine.
I thank you for your truth and your support. All right, Z-Pack.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, let's give Z-Pack a round of applause. Iron Pit. Oh yeah, greetings. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, Zeus. Thank
Hi,
you
how
for
are
having
you?
me on your live.
You're welcome. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Well, I think I want to start this by saying I highly respect you, and you're a really, really nice guy. But what I have to say may not be real popular with a lot of people, but I've been emboldened. I was on another live, and someone said something that I've been wanting to say for a while, and I've been commenting on it. I have a little bit of difficulty talking, so if you can just have a little bit of patience, please.
Okay, get it out. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was trying to get my words together.
All right, I'm listening.
We're at a turning point in our country right now. We are 1 year and 2 months away from an election of a lifetime. We are looking in the eyes of fascism. This is fascism. If anyone ever wondered what it looked like in Germany in the 1930s, this is it. They're writing it out in Project 2025. They're saying it. Trump is saying it. They're all saying it. They don't even care anymore. They don't care. And I have stopped following a lot of creators on here because they're platforming these MAGA and letting them talk, and it's the same old things. 2.5 years. We all know that they attacked the Capitol. They know. So many of them talk about being there. And we keep messing with them. What we need to do is we need to make sure people get out and vote. We've got to become active. We got to just stop messing with them. It's the same thing. It's like watching HVAC in every one of these lives and let them talk. And they sit there 5-10 minutes. Trump is under indictment for so many crimes, 91 felonies. And what do? We spend 10 minutes saying how we're going to put Biden, Hillary, Obama, everybody in jail. We're going to put them in there. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we're throwing them in there. They have nothing. This is stuff from 2019 that they're rehashing. Bill Barr already looked at this. They already looked at it. They scrutinized over this. They tried to stop the election or rig the election by tainting Joe Biden's reputation. And they're bringing the same stuff up all over again. And we keep talking about it. Let's promote our democracy. Let's get our country back on track. We are losing our country. And I am 66 years old. I have fought through the civil rights movement, the women's rights movement, through Roe v. Wade, through Reagan, through the cults, through Bush, through all this stuff. And I'm not giving up. I'm not going to give up. And I'm not following these creators. They're going to keep platforming these people. Thank you for not doing it anymore. Thank you so much. Because I probably wouldn't be following you, and I'm just being honest here. if you did, we have got to start promoting Joe Biden, he's our candidate. You know, and I'm 66, and I'm not going to do any ageism stuff here because I'm going to go until my last breath. The only thing about Joe Biden that I worry about is from a compassionate perspective. I think he should retire, have a life. He has dedicated his life to this country, his life to this country. And I think he deserves some time. But you know what? He knows that it's key. We are at a key turning point in the life of this country. If we lose this country, we're done. We're done. Everything that all these people fought for.
Yeah. The soul of this country is on the line, Iron Pit. All right.
It is. Really... And so I know people probably see me put some nasty comments in here.
There's a lot of nasty comments, but you know what? The thing is, what we're going to do, at least what I'm doing, is we bring this truth. I always say, if there's a Trump supporter out there and they want to apologize, they can come up. I'm willing to hear it, right? Because I get it. There's somewhere in middle America right now, and I've had a lot of people out there, and they hear these lives, and they hear Zeus go back and forth, maybe even hear what you're saying, and they come back and they go, wow, that Iron Pit, she's a breath of fresh air. I didn't know there were people like her out there. And then you end up helping them do the right thing when it's time to vote, right? So I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you now, Iron Pit. All right, don't just completely turn, because if you turn your back to the ocean, it'll take you in. You know they say that, right? You got to.
There's no changing them. They've been like this. They are going to sit. The picture is right behind you, and they're going to say that wasn't them for 2.5 years.
Well, I wasn't talking about you changing them. There's people out here in Middle America, right? And those are the people I think you got to make sure you don't abandon, because they're really confused, and they hear you and I talking, and they go, oh, okay, and they make their mind up.
I seen these same people back in the 60s. I seen these same people that were emboldened again by Reagan in the 80s. I seen them come up again when Obama was running in 2028, 2007, 2008. And here they are again. But the difference is they have someone and a bunch of someone's backing them and backing these horrendous ideas that they have. They're not letting them go. There's no changing them. Who's ever on that side is on that side. I'm done. I'm promoting the left. I'm promoting our policies. I'm going to make sure people get out and vote. I'm going to get every voter, every available voter. I did this in Pennsylvania. I've done it for the last, I don't know how many years. Pennsylvania, we finally have blue in the House. We've got a blue governor. We've got blue senators. We are going to become blue. And that's what I'm asking everyone across the country to do, is get active and make sure you get people voting. I'm done wasting my breath on these MAGA. There's no turning them. They are the Borg. They all talk the same. They all do the same thing. It's the same talking points. I watched Fox News the other night for 8 hours after the Trump indictment.
Oh, you can watch Fox News for 8 hours? Wow, I don't know if I can do that.
That was the first time in a long time, because I wanted to see what they were saying. It's all the stuff that they say. And it was like a middle school news broadcast, the way that they talk to people. Like they talked at a level that you would talk to children at. And it was just watching them person after person. They had Caitlyn Jenner on there. They had like all this same cast of characters, Ted Cruz. And it's all their same talking points. And there's no change. They're not coming around. I watched you in the Snuggles Live about Bonnie Willis, saying that she was, all this crap. Read the indictments. Like, if you can't read the indictments and then come back and have an adult conversation, and I don't want to talk to you, period. That's how I feel about them. I will talk to anyone that wants to have an adult conversation. I live in reality. I don't live in an alternate universe.
Right. Yeah. I am so glad that you're doing the wonderful work that you're doing, all right? Because it's needed. It really is. And I hope you Trump supporters are listening up very plainly to what my good friend Iron Pit is saying. Playtime is over. The jig is up. We know exactly what you're about, and it's not good. It's nonsense. It's evil. It's wrong, and the American people don't want to deal with it anymore.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with MAGA. They can go sit with their little Trump flags and their Trump picnic table covers with their Trump plates and their Trump cups and their Trump everything. I'm done. I'm done. I'm moving this country forward. I have a daughter. I have a granddaughter, and someday my granddaughter will have children, and I'm going to keep fighting, and I've been fighting my whole life. I have been pawed. I have been kissed. I've been passed over for promotions. I've been abused by men.
Wow.
And I don't mean that derogatorily. Fighting for women's rights. And then when Roe v. Wade got overturned, I felt like a knife went right through me. I cried because back in 73, I knew so many people that had died or had been mutilated by these doctors that were doing abortions. And it's a personal choice. It's nobody's business what somebody does. You know, if you don't want one, don't get one. And the men that talk about abortion is just absolutely ridiculous.
They're deranged.
Yeah, I'm not being pushed back. I'm not going back to the 60s. I am not. I refuse to. I will not see it happen.
They can listen, if they want to go back to the 60s or the 1800s, we can let them, just don't do it around us, right?
Yeah, they can go do what they want to do. They can crawl back wherever they came from that they crawled into back then.
Stuff. They you see these black content creators, they align themselves on the right? If they want to go down south and dress up in those, old slave garments and pick cotton, they're more than welcome to do it, right? None of us are going to stop them. Just make sure you send the videos to Zeus on TikTok so I can, make sure you're doing a good job. I got to thank you so much for having the courage to come in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Zeus. I had to get that off my chest. It's been going on for a couple months now. Yeah. And when someone else finally said something in another live, I said, I've got to, I feel a safe space with you. I do. And I know that you won't take it personally, and you're really nice about it. So thank you. I appreciate it. I thank everybody in the comments. I thank you for the coins, and let's all find out what we can do to ensure we get people out there to vote.
Absolutely.
We're a year away from this election.
Please continue to come on back and keep us all updated with what's going on, all right? Because listen, your truth needs to be heard, all right?
All right, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome, and
rest
have a
your
great
day.
Yeah, you too.
And I do also have a home in Pleasanton, California, so I'm not far from you there.
Okay, wow. Shout out to Pleasanton, California. Yeah. All right. Well, whenever you're in the area, make some good content and shout out Zeus, all right? I'm sure your friends would love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Iron Pit a round of applause. No lies detected. Wow, MAGA, do you see what's going on in this country? A lot of Americans, real Americans, are visibly done, fed up with your nonsense and your shenanigans. I mean, what I do, this is really an act of kindness, right? Because we really don't have to sit here and have these conversations where we do the homework and explain it to you day in and day out. But I do it because really I'm a kind person. Like I said, they call me Triple H for a reason. Because I'm honest. And like I said, that middle H, that humble, that humility part, right? That means a lot to Zeus. And then obviously the last H means, I'm handsome, right? And so along those lines, MAGA, this opportunity to get it right will not be here forever. All right? You better listen to this special broadcast and sit your special behinds down, all right? Because playtime is over. And if you think we're mean, we're not mean. We're just being honest with you right now. More honest than you've ever had anyone be in your life. And like your leader, listen, it's like my good friend Angela says, and she makes a good point to remind me. The gloves are off.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The jar's open. Look what you did to our capital.
He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Yeah, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to leave. I'm so sorry I didn't get to everyone. Oh, but you know what? Before it happens, I got to talk to my good friend. Red Crown, I'm sorry. I gotta bring you up. You've been in the box the last few days and I haven't quite gotten to you. Are you there, Red Crown? Red Crown, are you there? Red Crown, are you there? All right, I love you all. I thank you all for the unwavering support, all right? You know I do these shows day in and day out because it's very important that the truth gets out. I don't know where Red Crown is, but it looks like he's on that MAGA Wi-Fi. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's show. It was an emergency show. I wasn't even supposed to do this. I will be back Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time, all right? Bringing this same level of unforgiving truth to social media. All right, you Trump supporters, I really hope you're paying attention and understanding what's going on. You've been sold a bad bill of goods by a snake oil salesman who simply acknowledges you as vassals of transgression. He only wants your money. Your only value to him is your money or you doing jail time for him. Other than that, Donald J. Trump does not care about you. The proof is in the pudding. Look at all of his supporters right there. Over 1,000 of them have been placed in jail in Washington, D.C., with thousands more scheduled to be charged and convicted. Next week, or, Saturday, the 25th, Donald Trump will have to, Friday the 25th, Donald Trump will have to surrender to Fani Willis in the beautiful state of Georgia because of what he did, right? He intimidated witnesses, these women, Ruby Freeman and her daughter. He lied on them and said that they were stealing votes, causing them great harm. So much harm, Rudy Giuliani was sued by them and he lost the lawsuit. He has to pay these women. These women were in fear of their life because you Trump supporters believed what Donald Trump said, which was she was stealing votes. She wasn't stealing votes. The woman was simply doing her job. So Trump supporters, I want you to do me a huge favor. And like I said, and I say it at the end of every video, get those knee pads and those elbow pads ready, right? Because Jack Smith and Fani Willis are coming. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
You can't hide.
Get him, Bonnie.
Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not,
we're gonna find you. All of you Trump supporters.
Find you and make you.
We will find you.
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment. The indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump, Rudolph William Louis Giuliani,
criminal
John Charles Eastman, Mark Randall Meadows,
ready or not, here I come.
Yeah.
You can't hide.
want to find 11,780 votes. One more than we have.
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
Brace yourselves, Trump supporters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day.
Scoot August, the most handsome in the kingdom.
Gotta go, gotta go. You know what time it is.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you like Zeus. I'm took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind, I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you, you fall in love too quick. You a high risk, nicks all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head, this is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to like refuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now, I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool, even though people telling me you cool. I'm just sitting on the throne while you looking like a goof. Take the let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to like refuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. Yeah, you know about me.
You know about me.
I like to get wild with Zeus.
And I really do.
I'm the god of the sky, you know what I'm saying? I'm breaking down the roof with this heat.
Trump support.
Sound line on the beat, take it hard like Bruce. Lord Reed on the beat, you better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught flipping in the woods or you'll be dead like a
Lindsay on the beat like he's deranged. Love on the beat,
He's deranged. Jackson, he's deranged.
you heard
Jackson,
about me.
Jackson, he's deranged. Jackson, he's deranged.
Yeah, ladies,
Jackson,
it's me.
he's deranged.
It's Zeus.
Jackson, he's deranged. Jackson, he's deranged. Jackson. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
All right.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage. Jack Smith.
What?
He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate him.
What?
They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it